What is going on, YouTube? It is Bossman Spencer, aka Isaiah from Ascent Sports, joined by just Onion Bomb, Brenden, Steven, and Jimmy. Unfortunately, we're not able to make it tonight, but fuck it. We got to recap the Super Bowl, talk about some of the offseason, talk about the Steelers, and then also the NBA trade deadline was, I think, like Sunday. We're recording this on Tuesday, so I think it was Sunday, so like a couple days ago. It might have been sooner, but it happened a couple days ago, and there were some big moves. Lots of people traded. Yeah, just lots of shit happening. Of course, the Super Bowl, big show. So just me and Brenden, but stay tuned for a great show. And the bowl. The bowl. He didn't drop it. This is all
I lost grip of it for a little bit, but it wasn't that hard to get back. It was a bit of theatrics. Oops.
Gotcha. All right, so I guess we'll open up with this. We'll open up with the Super Bowl with this one because it is just me and you, and that's probably way more urgent than like the Steelers talking to Mason Rudolph and being like, "Hey, you should be a good quarterback this year." So yeah, the Super Bowl happened. The LA Rams came up with the W against the Cincinnati Bengals, and my takeaway from the game was that could have gone much worse for Cincinnati. Like, they were in the position to actually win the game since pretty much the second half. They could have came away with the win. I expected the Aaron Donald that we got in like the last 3 drives to be there like the entire game, and I mean, Joe Burrow ended up, I think, getting sacked 9 times, hit probably 100. So, I mean, it wasn't really the funnest day for him. But the Bengals were able to make a couple plays, like big plays, to be able to get in scoring position and get points. And then on defense, they got tore up by Odell, and then he ended up getting hurt, which sucked. And then Cooper Kupp wasn't really the biggest factor up until, like, once again, the last drive. So Cincinnati was able to keep it like a close game for, not being the better team, because 1, they lost, and 2, like, the Rams traded for everybody. Like, this was a legit super team in LA. So yeah, but it was a really good game. I thought maybe the Bengals could have did it at the end with that last drive. They completed like 2 passes, and then just kind of Aaron Donald happened and they fell apart. But yeah, good game. I liked the halftime show as well. I thought the halftime show was really, really good.
Very good. I love the halftime show.
I can't wait to see if Drake will do it, because I really feel like we got to get a Drake halftime show. Like, he is the guy at this point. Like, especially like if they're good. I feel like Drake could have did it even before like they started like letting rappers do it or whatever. Like, I feel like Drake is like a big enough star and like has music for where he could have did the Super Bowl. But it's probably because he doesn't want to, because I'm sure the NFL would be all over it. So I would like to see a Drake halftime show, maybe even a Kanye one, but but there's just so much to talk about with that. But yeah, overall, great theatrics. It's sad the NFL season is over, but it was one more good game to end the season.
Very, very nice, yeah. Honestly, when the Bengals scored and then they immediately got a pick after, I thought it could have been over right there. I was getting nervous. I thought, ooh, they're gonna start stealing.
That's what I was saying. Like, the Bengals were really in a position to win the game. Like, they could have did it.
Then Eli Apple.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Is that his fault though?
I think they're just necking him because it's Eli Apple. Like, if that's any other corner, I don't think it's that big of a storyline. It's just like, oh, because like no one talks about the corners that let Santonio Holmes make that catch. They talk about Santonio Holmes making the catch. I'm not saying Cooper Kupp made like a spectacular catch. It was just a run of the mill catch, but it was pretty good. Like, I think people are just necking because they don't like Eli Apple.
I'm not gonna lie, like, especially when Odell gets hurt, and they did a good job of it for the third quarter, or even the whole game for Cooper Kupp specifically, because Odell they were having a lot of problems with. But Cooper Kupp specifically, they did a good job of like containing him up until the 4th. But after that, like, it seemed like he had way too much space. Like, for as good as he is and as good of a season as he had this year, like, he just looked kind of open, which for a receiver of his caliber, like, no, like, that can't happen. Like, they kind of let it happen. And once again, like, Eli Apple just got put in positions to tweak, and he tweaked, which, you know, he's Eli Apple. So, but yeah, he's getting killed. He's getting killed. And it probably is deserved because, once again, like, he was talking shit, and it is Eli Apple, and he's not the cream of the crop, I guess. So, yeah, tough time. And he's a Bengal, so, I mean, that even sucks more. I don't care how good you are. Still a Bengal. So, yeah, tough time for Eli Apple. Tough time for the Bengals. But do you see Joe Burrow was at, like, a Kid Cudi concert, like, after the game?
I didn't, actually.
He looked pretty sad. Like, he was on stage. Like, he looked very sad, but he was there. Anything else happened, like, after that, I'm thinking? No, but, I mean, yeah, just a tough time for the Cincinnati people, but hell of a run. Great time, and hopefully you guys aren't as good as you were this year.
Yeah, for our sake.
But, I mean, if we aren't competing, I really hate the Ravens, and I also really hate the Browns. I never want them to be good again after, you know, what we went through with that playoff, with the one win that they had. Singular win that they finally got over. So after that, and then it's always, you know, on site with Baltimore. With the Bengals, I mean, the games aren't even close enough for it to be, like, really chippy at this point. So if y'all just want to just keep winning and we're not going to win it, fuck it. But, yeah. Crazy stuff.
It is something to maybe note. They did lose Robert Woods for the season, so if they had Robert Woods and Odell stay for the whole game, it may have played out differently. So, all in all, Rams did deserve to win that, and there was maybe a little bit of controversy at the end, but they missed a huge face mask on Jalen Ramsey, and that got the Bengals in the lead for a touchdown.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie though that because I mean the face mask shit was egregious, and they tweaked. But out of that Logan Wilson shit was nuts. Because, like, that did not look bad at all. Like, it was the third down play, like, 3rd and goal. I think it was the first penalty that, like, set off the chain.
Yeah.
Where they called, like, pass interference on Logan Wilson. Like, I really didn't think it was pass interference. And it seemed like a gift. And then the other team got gifted, and then they got gifted, and the flag just started flying. So, set off a chain reaction. But just in the moment, I remember seeing that and being like, holy shit, they tweaked. And I mean, I said the same thing with the face mask thing too. So refs just stink, man. Like, honestly, we need to get some different refs or something. Like, we got to get the best. Especially this is the Super Bowl we're talking about, and on the game-winning drive, it was not decided by the refs, but the refs played a huge part in it, and nobody wants to see that. Not on that drive, not on that. Like, imagine if on, like, the David Tyree catch thing, or like the Santonio Holmes catch thing, like on those drives, where or if like the refs just did some shit and they cost like the game or whatever. Like, the refs inserted themselves in that moment, and now you have to think about that, and like the amazing catch, and like the amazing play, because Cooper Kupp ended up like wide open in the end zone, and that's like, you know, what people are killing Eli Apple about. But there's also talk about, oh, they shouldn't even have been there because the ref threw this flag, but that ref threw that. You know, like, it's just like. Especially, like, bro, that was not a flag. Like, that was crazy. Like, I don't know how you don't throw a flag on that face mask, but then throw the flag on the pass interference call that they had. Yeah. Like, I don't see, and it probably wasn't the same ref, 2 different, like, positions or spots, but
that makes it even worse if it was like both were tweaks.
Yeah, like, come on, man.
It's it's been a problem for a while, and I hope refs get better. I hope we get better refs. Something just needs to change. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but.
I also don't know, like, it's probably very hard to, you know, ref. Like, it's probably why they're not perfect. Like, because, I mean, they've been playing football forever. And I don't know, I haven't really been looking in the ref history books, but I imagine there's been some type of progression, but, like, not as a drastic progression as, like, the actual play has been. So, like, as the game has evolved, like, crazy, I think the refs have kind of, like, gotten to here, because, like, you can only be as good of a ref as you can be. Because it's hard as fuck. But someone's got to do it. And if it takes robots to get the calls right, the NFL's got a lot of money. Just saying. If there's one patent to look into, do it. Because, like, these refs are tweaking. I kept seeing the Saints and... Was it the Saints and Rams?
Oh,
where the Saints... Yeah, like... I cannot believe... Like, that was terrible. If I was a Saints fan, oh, my fucking... But if I was a Saints fan, I'd still be hurt about that. I would be crying over that.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm worried. Like I'm seeing like Falcons 20-3, the Saints tweaks. Like I'm worried something with the Steelers is coming there. I just don't know if I can handle something like that.
I'm honestly hoping like the worst thing that like the worst tweak that we could have is like the 11-0 to getting stomped out by the Browns.
Yeah.
Because I'm kind of over that by now. Like I hope it's just that. Like I really would prefer to not be like in the Super Bowl or like something like that.
I mean, we did have Jesse James not catching the ball, but like that affected us, but like it didn't end the season. Like so, we still need
little
to beat
did we fucking know.
Yeah.
In like 3 weeks, we were gonna face Jacksonville again, and we were gonna get fucking destroyed, or not destroyed, but like lose in the way we did. Mm-hmm. Like little did we know. Because, I mean, even with that, I mean, we did have a bye, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, we win that game, it doesn't matter, I don't think. We might get the number 1 seed, but, I'd have to look back, so.
Yeah, I think we just play the Titans, which, I mean, we did stomp them, but who knows what happens there.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean that was the overall thoughts on the Super Bowl. It sucks that Odell ended up getting hurt because he was having a monster game. His progression, like from when he first got there to like now, he was definitely playing his way into like a pretty solid deal. And then he tears the same ACL he tore before, and he's like 30, I think 3 or 34 or something like that. He's not 34. He's older. Mm-hmm. He's like maybe late 20s, early 30s, but. Coming off that with like 2 ACLs, like he's not going to get as good of a deal. Maybe he'll just stay in LA. I don't know. We'll see with that. But it was because once he left the Browns, like I was back to like actually liking Odell again and like not really caring. So it was cool to see him actually like come back, and it was the Browns' fault and it was Baker's fault because you guys stink. You chased out your number 1 receiver, now you're throwing the ball to fucking Jarvis Landry. Hey, he's leaving too. So you got like a lot of problems in Cleveland. You guys were nowhere near the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah.
But yeah, that sucked that he got hurt. And then also, I wanted to mention this. Did you see that fucking throw Stafford had to Cooper Kupp? Like where he did look?
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
That was crazy.
Come on, man. Like that was incredible. That was a very, very, very good throw.
Even Mahomes tweeted about it.
Yeah. Like, I fucking see the shit too. It's like, oh, Mahomes does this. It gets played 100 million times on SportsCenter, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Which is true. It is very true. But, like, I mean, like, shut up. Like, if the happiest tweeted now, like, we know Stafford's done this his whole career, but he's in fucking Detroit. He was in Detroit. We know. Yeah. And it's proven, like, the past couple of seasons, or at least the last 2, have, like, been seasons that prove something. Like last year, it was Brady leaving Belichick, going to Tampa Bay. Was it Brady? Was it Belichick? It's Brady. And now, what's the name? Stafford goes to LA, and now it's like, oh, is Stafford, still cursed? Is Detroit the ones who's cursed? And he goes and wins the fucking Super Bowl. So, I mean, if you're a quarterback and you want to leave your team, and there's a team out there that's a fucking super team already without you, go. Stop. Like, I mean, this has been a great sample size. We got 2 quarterbacks leaving to go to like really talented teams, and they've won. So, I mean, if you're a quarterback like Russell Wilson, I know the Steelers aren't the best. If you're looking to leave, give us a look. But if there's another team out there, do it. Like, I feel like this might be biased. This might be a little biased, but I feel like the Vikings are kind of there to get like to attract a quarterback like that because they have Jefferson. Cook, their line, they got homeboy. He was in the Pro Bowl. He batted a pass from Pitt. What's his name? Brian O'Neill.
Yeah,
Brian O'Neill. He was in the Pro Bowl, and he actually he did something. And he knocked an interception out of somebody's hands. So yeah, I mean, I feel like they have something. Their defense probably stinks, but I don't know. I like Justin Jefferson's really good, and so is Thielen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'd be something. We
could talk about the Pro Bowl because I mean I saw a little bit of that. That was bad.
It was crazy, even if it was like the Mickey Mouseest of things ever. It was crazy to see T.J. Watt hit a pass
Yeah.
and it fell into Miles Garrett.
That was sick.
It's like, yo, Miles, that could be real. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, come on.
Just make the call.
Yeah.
You get you and Mason, like, in a picture together, like, you know, when rivals become friends. You know, it could be a great story.
Yeah.
To imagine having to guard TJ. Oh, my God. But, yeah, the Pro Bowl was very Mickey Mouse. Like, I'm not going to lie. I normally don't watch the Pro Bowl, and I didn't watch, like, the whole game, but it was, like, a point in time where I was like, oh, the Pro Bowl's on, and I turned it on. It was, like, the fourth quarter. But I saw some of the highlights on Twitter, and I didn't know, like, do they really just, like, not tackle? Like, this had to have been the first year of that.
Yeah, I thought it was, like, better than that. They were, like...
I swore, like, they did something.
They were playing like we were playing that one time. Like, they just, like, bro.
They were really two-hand touching out there. Like, that was crazy. Except for fucking Micah Parsons, who fucking hits Najee. Like, what the hell is that? There were 3 people get hit. And why is Najee, like, 2 of the hits? Dude got hit 600 times this year. But, you know, whatever. Cool. Stupid, but whatever. That was very Mickey Mouse. Oh, you know what? And this all ties in too. Kyler Murray played in the Pro Bowl, and I mean, he was fucking around. Like, he threw like 18 picks. There was like 30 picks or 30 interceptions total in the game. It was a lot, but like, he did not look very good. And I brought that up because did you see what's happening with him now?
Yeah, he unfollowed everything in the Cardinals.
He might have a little too much dip on his chip. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I don't know what he's very upset. Like, I guess, like, he's getting blamed for losing or whatever, but I don't know by who. Like, I don't see how the Cardinals people are like doing that. It might be from like fans or something, but you're gonna get that everywhere.
Apparently, like, the Cardinals clapped back and like deleted everything off of their Instagram and with just 2 pictures of Kyler Murray.
Oh my God.
I went to look at it, but everything was back to normal. So I don't know if they just like privated it or not. Or
Yeah. That's even worse. Because like they were like, oh, he's just fucking around. We'll fuck around back. Like, oh my. But yeah, I mean, Kyler, I really like Kyler, and of course they didn't end the season, you know, in the best of lights. They lose DeAndre Hopkins, of course they're gonna finish terribly, but I mean they finished awfully, much like, you know, we did, but to a much worse degree. Not gonna lie, they were too much because they didn't get 11 straight, and they lost like 6-7 straight. Like they were kind of whack. So fuck them, not fuck them, but fuck the people who said we were them, because we're not. But like, I love Kyler, and I think Kyler is like really good, but I don't know, like I feel like he's not yet like one of the guys who is just in the position to do that. Like, we're talking about like Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers, like trying to get away from their teams and having a tough time doing it. So like if they're struggling to do that, then like Kyler, if they don't want to trade you, like they're not gonna, no matter how many pictures you delete, no matter how many like accounts you make to be a burner or whatever, like it doesn't matter. Like, you're gonna have to play better, or, you know, just endure it or whatever. But very interesting to see. Like, it was kind of shocked me when I heard about all this. They really didn't end the season in the highest of lights, though.
Yeah.
I would take him though.
Yeah, I would definitely want Kyler Murray.
Fuck it. Like, if he wants to leave, then I don't know. Like, I really don't know how much it would take. I would think maybe it would, like, at minimum, like, of course you're gonna have to give up a 1, but you maybe could get away with only giving away 1 if you give like a 2 and maybe a player or something, like some kind of thing. But like, it would probably most likely be like 2 firsts or something, because I mean he's young and like already really good. So then the Cardinals aren't just gonna move off him.
Yeah. Or
willingly.
would he want to go somewhere that has a draft pick in front of us, so we could more likely to get Kenny?
Hey, I'm just saying. That is, like, I shit you not, if we don't draft Kenny, even like if we draft a different quarterback, I'm gonna be kind of tight. Yeah. And even if like Kenny's gone, like I really only care about like getting Kenny. I haven't done my due diligence into any of the other prospects. Like, I don't care. If it's not Kenny, I'm on board with letting Jimmy G fuck around for a year at this point, because apparently that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
I I'm somewhat growing on the Jimmy G thing, only because he's gone in a year. So like, if he sucks, then he sucks. But I just don't want to like get him and then like he have a pretty good season and then we fucking commit to the guy, and then like in the second, third year, then he's shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
because like I just don't see like how he can all of a sudden turn into like better than what he is now with a team that's we're not as talented, I don't think, as the 49ers right now. Like I don't know, and maybe like I don't know, like I don't know if we can just get any better to be like where they were. And if we can't get to where they were, how is he supposed to play better? You know, so I think it's kind of weird, but it would only be for a year. So I mean, if we're gonna do something, then maybe that's an option. I also theorize like this Carson Wentz thing because like I feel like it makes sense. Like not that I would like it, but it makes sense because like we're the Steelers. He's a veteran. Apparently, like the Colts gotta find their guy. The Colts might want to trade up for Kenny or some shit. Like I don't know. They should do something. That would be sick. Colts did that, but fuck, what was I saying? Yeah, I could see like Carson Wentz being in talks with us. I could see Jimmy G. Jimmy G apparently is. I saw some report and it was like the Steelers like this is like a real thing. Like this isn't just like media making this shit up. Like apparently the Steelers have inquired about like what it would take to get Jimmy, and they're saying either a 2 and a 3, or like a 3 and a player. I think those were like the two things. I mean 3. I don't know what the player means. Like and I'm not gonna I really don't want to give up a second and third when we we need those picks to get Jimmy G. I'm down to give those up to get like a Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, but like a Jimmy G, I just don't think. I don't think that's very smart. But we're the Steelers, so. Yeah,
I'm trying to think of like a player I'd be willing to give up with like a 3.
I'm telling you, like, I don't know. On defense, like we can't afford to lose anybody.
Yeah.
Because that just creates more. Maybe to it, because he's not. I don't know what's good with him, but I mean, we lose him, we lose Vince, and what's his name? Was Alualu there, or was he hurt?
He was hurt as well.
Okay, so we lose them, and like our run game is literally the worst in the league. So, like I don't see how we trade any of them, and then on offense, none of our linemen we can trade. Can't trade a quarterback. It literally comes down to like our receivers, I think. Because I mean, we're not trading Benny Snell isn't like affecting that. Anthony McFarland probably is affecting that. We're not trading Naj. I think it comes down to wide receivers, and Deontay and a second and third for Jimmy G is crazy.
3 in Washington?
We can't because he's a free agent.
Oh yeah.
I think the only one we have like under contract is Deontay and Claypool. But not for Jimmy G, bro. Like, if they give us a pick, if they give us a third back for a second, well, I guess it wouldn't really make sense. Maybe if we swap, I don't know. But we got to get a pick back in order for me to be okay with that. Or like I don't want to lose Claypool just for a potential year of Jimmy G fucking around. Yeah, I feel like that'd be kind of stupid.
That's like a little too high.
But yeah, it sucks that Claypool, like, kind of by default is our only tradable asset because like we just don't have the depth at any position. At least tradable asset like for a real trade and not like somebody for a 5th, 6th round pick. Like a real blockbuster ESPN ticker thing. It's like really only him. Yeah, I mean lots of talks with the Steelers where we could use a better everything at this point. Like besides like linebacker, like we could use a better pass rusher. I mean, we're in the position to upgrade at every position. So I think I can see us making like some a move that nobody saw coming. Like us signing like some crazy linebacker, or trade in like for our crazy linebacker, like getting like a top corner, or like just something like that. Something no one's really talking about. Yeah. Because like there's so many moves that we can make and like would help the team that we really shouldn't like try to just do everything in this off season.
Yeah.
Like if we don't draft a quarterback, once again it's gonna suck And like if we roll into the year with Mason, like it looks bad. And when you have T.J. Watt on the team, you do that. Like that's nuts. But it should prove to be better for us overall, unless one of these guys that like slips by us and becomes a god. Like we take someone else over Sam Howell, and then Sam Howell becomes like the GOAT. Then we look stupid. But I mean, if we're just gonna suck, then whatever. Apparently, next year's class is much better. So I want Kenny though.
Facts.
Oh, his hands are so small. Like, bro, what? What are we talking about right now?
There's the same talks with Burrow and Chase, some about like NFL balls and small hands. Like, but it's like everyone looks for any little detail to like rate this off.
Like, bro, is the ball just gonna like literally? I mean, with our center situation, he's not gonna be getting the best snaps anyway. So I mean, he might have to get some bigger hands, but. Like I don't see that being like the craziest of problems, and like I'm hearing that like he's eating, and like the things that he's doing. Like I'm hearing him and Malik are like just doing very well. So and maybe those don't mean anything, but I assume they're using like NFL balls and shit. Like they probably aren't still throwing college balls.
Yeah.
So I mean I don't know, but I would love to be able to get him. I feel like it's only right now, depending on where we like would have to move up or like who we'd have to trade with. Like I don't know what the asking price would be, but I'd love to. Like I don't care, like whatever it takes, honestly. And if he sucks, then I mean it'll kind of hurt the story even more. But if he sucks, then I mean whatever. Who cares? We gave him a shot.
At least we tried.
Yeah, we tried to make him in the Pittsburgh guy in Pittsburgh.
We tried it.
Fuck it. But I really just don't want to like move up and get somebody else.
Yeah.
Apparently, who's the guy? Matt Corral. Apparently, like he's pretty good. Maybe I wouldn't be mad at him, but I just don't know. I don't know who I want. Besides Kenny, I mean.
I saw an article the other day. I don't know really why because I didn't really feel like reading it, but apparently everyone should stay away from Carson Strong. The Steelers should stay away from Carson Strong.
Why?
I'm not sure.
Like okay, so like
it
was like a reporter for the Steelers.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I
thought it was like some big story about
No, it's just like he might be trash or something. It was just something like that.
Wait, wasn't Strong the one who like? Oh no, that's who was the guy on Georgia?
JT.
Oh yeah, never mind. Yeah, that's a whole difference. He was Strong is from Cincinnati.
That's Riddler, Desmond Riddler.
Fuck me, man.
I'm not sure.
Nevada, BYU, Ohio State. It's Ohio State. It has to be Ohio. No, I think he's still there.
No, that's
CJ Stroud.
Guy,
Carson Stroud. Who he play for? UCF.
Who's it?
Nebraska.
Oh, I think you said this. He's Nevada.
Oh yeah, I did say Nevada. I said that like before BYU or some shit. I mean, it was like my 30th guess, but I mean that's not the best. Do they play in the Pac-10 or Big 12? Or I don't think that really matters that much.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, like I don't know. I'm just not. Like, unless it's either Kenny Pickett or, like, a star quarterback like Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, maybe even Kyler, maybe even just like, somehow we trade for Justin Herbert. Like, unless we're doing that, then I don't know. I don't know what I want. It would be cool, though, if we do take some, like one of the quarterbacks in the draft, like Sam Howell or whoever, and they end up being good, and we end up making the right pick. It would be cool, but I'm not looking for that, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I don't know. I tried to look up the thing. I've seen actually a lot of articles about him being good actually, and he should be drafted.
Shit.
So maybe.
Oh shit!
Maybe I that was just
reports.
one.
Brenden out here spreading misinformation. Trying to lower his stock. That's crazy.
I typed in Carson Strong don't draft, and the first thing is Nevada quarterback Carson Strong ready to start if drafted by Steelers.
Oh shit! Is he now? Got a lot of dip on your chip. You got to beat out Mason Rudolph and Dwayne Haskins first, buddy. I don't know what you're thinking, bro. I gotta see Dwayne. We got to get Dwayne some kind of game at before the season or something.
Yeah.
You need to on the USFL real quick, cause the 3-4 preseason games we got was not enough.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of was enough for me to be like, oh, I think we play better with Haskins. Just off rip, I really felt like that. But it was the preseason. Yeah. I don't know. I don't get to see them in practice, so I don't know. But I'm just saying, whoever's the better option, let's go with that. Let's not play this. I really think we feel bad that we took Mason with a third or a fourth or whatever we did. I really think that we're trying everything to not look stupid for doing that prime smack of the killer bees and shit. We're dying on the hill. Which by the way, I was on that hill. I was a big fan of the Mason Rudolph. But I got off of the hill. I'm out. We tweaked. We should have got someone else. Sorry, Ben. I see why you hated him. Cause
I don't know how this helps us win.
Ben was spitting.
It doesn't. Well, Ben, I'm sorry to tell you, but it won't help us win in 5 years either.
Dude, him and James Washington look so good too.
Yeah.
The connection they had, and it turns out he likes Deontay better and Ray. And Duck likes James Washington more.
Maybe they went hunting together.
Yeah. But yeah, we could talk about the Steelers quarterback situation forever at this point. Mm-hmm. It's so weird not having or not going into the year with Ben. Because we could just suck. Because normally we're all right, at least 8 wins. Because we have Ben, we have Tomlin, should be at least decent. But this, anything could happen. We could dramatically somehow just turn around and be good, or we could just be shit, or we could be exactly anything could happen. We could do exactly what we did this year. Mm-hmm. With whoever at quarterback, I don't know. Maybe even Tim Tebow. I don't know if he's still. I'm just saying. I seen him play.
He got cut by the Jags.
That was at tight end, though.
I know,
but cut by the Jags at quarterback.
If he can't even get a job as a quarterback or as a tight end, why couldn't he be a job as a quarterback?
How Mason Rudolph gonna beat him out for the job? How is he gonna do that? How? I'm saying Tebow's better at. Tebow escaped the pocket when when the linemen collapse. He'll escape. He's good for a thrower too. We throw these short passes. He doesn't have to throw that good. Someone didn't throw that good this year, and we made it to the playoffs. So I don't know, man. We gotta give him a shot. He's got a great smile. He's a leader. Oh yeah, see.
I kicked my disc. I don't
get Kaepernick a look.
I don't know. I'd rather do that than Tebow.
Just need to have an open tryout. We could bring Vince Young back. Get Michael Vick back. We get 100 quarterbacks just on one football field, and then 100 wide receivers, and they all they just throw each other. Or we do 50 and 50, and they play catch, and we judge it that way.
The gauntlet.
Or we put them in a battle royale, and they actually have to kill each other. Nope. Okay.
No, I like it.
Hunger Game. Congratulations, you won the chance to throw to Deontay Johnson, who probably might drop it. I don't know. He'd be going through it. And you also get the chance to throw to Chase Claypool. First down. That was hilarious. I'm not gonna lie, I was mad at Claypool, but the fact that that's mad funny. That he just had no idea what was going on. What a run for the Steelers. But other teams do exist,
Yeah.
and anything like Speaking, I mean, we talked about the Kyler thing for a second. Is there any other? Oh, do you see Aaron Donald might retire?
Yeah, I saw it right before the
Sean
Super
McVay,
Bowl.
apparently.
I'm like, bro, what are we talking about?
I see Donald's I don't see it, but I mean, he's won Defensive Player 3 years in a row. He's won a ring. Maybe should have won Super Bowl MVP. That should have been a co-MVP, honestly.
Yeah.
Because between the cup, what he did, and then what Donald did on defense, I feel like it was very equal to, the outcome. But I mean, he really doesn't have anything much to play for besides all-time records, which I want him to go out and play for. So I really don't want him to retire. But he definitely could retire and be chilling, like he did. And this is what I always tell people about, not even just him, but just situations that happen when all of the players and coaches and people covering the game, when it's a consensus opinion that yeah, this guy is the best, and it's literally been like this since he hit the league. Since he stepped into the league, everybody was yeah, this guy's a fucking problem. I don't know if people I don't know if you can put him above Lawrence Taylor or just the all-time defenders in the league ever, but I feel like he's definitely in that.
Yeah.
Definitely in very high up. Because once again, he's been in the league for 8 years, 3 Defensive Player of the Years, and now a Super Bowl, fucking probably 8 All-Pros, 8 Pro Bowl. He's literally done everything. I feel like he has to be at least somewhere in the conversation.
Yeah, he's insane.
Yeah, he's very good. I can tell, but
he's getting triple teamed.
Fucking the last I don't know what was crazier, the last play or the run play where he just reached over with his arm and stopped Joe Mixon. I don't know if it was Joe Mixon or Sammy Pirine, but it was one of them, and it was a 1 yard run to get a first down, and he was just no, with literally one arm, while fucking destroying whoever the poor soul is guarding him, who I guess was a seventh, or it wasn't a very good guy. He's just killing him, stopping the play, and then I think it was either the next play or a couple plays later, he just literally. Oh no, I lied. It was the third goal when they were in the red zone. The Bengals were, and it was 3rd down, 3rd and 6, and Aaron Donald literally just fucking. It was 1-on-1, hilarious. He literally just pushes the offensive lineman into Joe Burrow and just sacks it. It was crazy. And this is in the 4th quarter, late in the game, after he's been playing forever. He's been playing the whole game already, and this dude can still just move around 300-pound human men, humans. It's nothing. They literally don't even exist.
Yeah.
Double team, triple team, and on top of all of that, he's doing that in the middle where he can't get a running start. He literally has to just go straight up and in. It's just crazy. He's very good, and I don't want him to retire. But if he does retire, then I mean, clearly Hall of Fame, clearly first ballot, clearly clearly everything. He could keep going, but I would like to see him continue playing, set more records, and do more things. I wonder, does he have the most Defensive Player of the Years?
That's a good question.
I could see fucking Joe Green winning that shit 18 times in a row, or however they did it in the 70s.
Yeah.
Oh, I tweaked. I shouldn't have did that. That makes my webcam tweak. Most defensive. Should move this over. Why are you giving me? Oh, he's tied. So it's Lawrence Taylor with. Oh yeah, he has to keep playing.
Yeah, he's got to get.
It's Lawrence Taylor 3, J.J. Watt 3, Aaron Donald 3. Joe Green won it twice. It's only 3. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. T.J. Watt has a case to have the most awards.
Yeah.
I'm just because he's second 3 times or 2 times, and then just won it this year.
Yeah.
He was right there. Is TJ the GOAT?
Oh, you know what? I don't think we talked about the NFL awards.
We didn't, and that actually really got me tight because I should have bet on it.
Yeah.
And it was so clear cut that I don't know. I guess that part of betting like wasn't rigged.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure that like all of the people were like the favorites too. Like there was no upsets. I don't think.
Yeah. Because I literally got I was gonna switch to Zach Taylor, but when I officially submitted in, I got them all right, so that would have been crazy.
The only one I didn't get right, I think, was the offensive player of the year because I just said Tom Brady. I mean, he had 40 touchdowns. Fuck it. Yeah. I kind of forgot that like Cooper Kupp was literally God, and could have had the MVP this year with the season he had.
But yeah, like, no one got snubbed this year. Doesn't feel like. I think everyone.
Your mic is making like a weird noise. Talk.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's good now.
Yeah. I think that's my garage door. My dad's going.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no snubs. It doesn't feel like everyone got what they deserved. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Mike Vrabel. I think the Bengals got to the Super Bowl. I think Zach Taylor should have got that.
I think it's because it is like a regular season award, though. That's the problem with giving out these like because the NBA has the same fucking problem where like they got to make a show out of it and like to make money and like there's no time to actually fucking do it besides like. Either after the playoffs or like in the middle before the Super Bowl and you have like a week break. So like they have to wait until after the season when before they would just kind of give out the awards and we would know beforehand. So like that's literally just a product of like late timing. Because like it's happened in the NBA where I think Giannis won the MVP like in the I think for like either the second time in a row or the first time in a row and like they had got like bounced in the first round and people were like how can he be MVP when that just happened?
Also, I think the Bengals only got like 4 wins the year previous, and they got 10. I mean, the Titans were decimated with injuries, and 12-5 was nuts for that. But I don't know. It was, I don't know. That's debatable. But Mike Vrabel, shout out to him. I'm just happy T.J. Watt got the Defensive Player of the Year because I would have rioted with all of Pittsburgh if he did.
Yeah, like if he, because I think it was Micah Parsons and Donald was third with like 1 vote.
Yeah.
Something I was surprised about was Darius Leonard not even getting a vote. So I thought he was having like a crazy season on the Colts.
Yeah.
He was like he had like 8 forced fumbles, like some picks, some sacks. Like he was doing a bit of everything, and like he didn't even get a vote. I thought that was kind of nuts. But I mean, I honestly, I know I just said I was surprised, but I could honestly give 2 shits because TJ won. That was all I was really looking for. he's been denied, man. Like, I was so happy when I saw that because I I knew it was gonna happen because they couldn't just fucking do it again.
Yeah.
But like I still just didn't. I couldn't believe it until I saw it because I mean, should have been 2-time, 3-time by now. But Aaron Donald's great.
It should have been me.
Yeah, players tell us he's the GOAT, so I'll listen. But I'm just saying. Yeah, Rodgers winning MVP was, deserved, but it was just kind of funny given like what had happened to get bounced by the 49ers in the first round.
Yeah.
And that's like on everybody, or the second round cause they had a bye because they were so good. So yeah, I mean shit like that is just awkward. That didn't surprise me at all, Rodgers winning it. I thought maybe, there was a chance somebody else could, but I mean, dude, he's nice. I think things have like kind of calmed down with him too, with the Packers. Like I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
I think at this point he should just stay.
Unless
he really wants to leave, then like go ahead, fucking leave. But
I've seen a little bit about him going to the Broncos. Other than that, it's just like kind of.
He should he should really try to get to the Colts.
Yeah.
I don't know what the cap situation is. It probably like just wouldn't work. And once again, like him being on the Pat McAfee show and like then going to the Colts, that would be a little. I'm not gonna lie, it would be a little fishy, and I would be a little tight if I was like a Packers fan who lost him or like a division rival or something. I would submit something to Goodell, and then they look into the Pat McAfee show. Then they're doing illegal shit. Then they get shut down, and Aaron Rodgers gets them shut down. I don't want that to happen, but I think the situation would be perfect.
Yeah. If he can bring Devontae there too, because they really need like a solid number 1. Pittman 2, TY 3, that would be amazing.
Taylor Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be tough. Hey, fucking bring Aaron Jones too. And AJ Dillon.
Yeah.
We should try to get AJ Dillon.
Yeah, he could be a nice.
And Minaj.
We should get what's his name? Jamal Williams from the Lions.
Yeah.
He's funny. I like him.
He's funny.
Yeah, yeah. So he is funny, like interviews, and he's like, yeah.
We should get Swift instead.
He's
got a great fantasy year.
Yeah.
Is Goff like staying? Sorry, my ears itchy. What's happening? I mean, they had.
I don't know.
Wait. Steve, I'm gonna blow your shit up on stream right now. Do you remember when that trade first happened? I swear to God, Steven was jacking that the Lions like won the trade, or like it wasn't a great trade. I swear to God that happened. I swear it. And they were talking about it like recently, like with just how much money he's owed. Like that's tough. Because like he's making like $100 million, and like he was making $100 million at the time of the trade too. Like that's been a problem. And I mean, you got the picks, cool. But like, holy shit! Like, you're never gonna be able to, like, unless you can't trade him again.
Yeah.
Like unless you're getting Baker back. Like I don't know how else you can get off of that. Like we wouldn't even get him. Like I don't think we would even do that. Like, and I don't think Goff is awful, but like just at that price tag, it's just nuts.
Yeah.
How did he not? He does kind of stink. He's kind of trash.
I couldn't believe that was even a trade. Stafford for Goff.
Yeah, that was tough.
Let's trade Daniel Jones for Aaron Rodgers if that's.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, if the Lions like called New York and was like, "Yo, we'll give you Jared Goff for Daniel Jones," I think New York would hang up and block them. Like, I really don't think that they would do that.
Yeah.
So that's a tough situation for them to be in.
I did see Dan Campbell at like the Senior Bowl. I think he was like really up in like watching the quarterbacks. It seems.
Oh.
I was like, yo, like.
I'll lose my mind. I don't want that to happen at all.
The Detroit Lions select Kenny Pickett.
Who's he gonna throw to? I guess they got what's his name?
Oh yeah,
St. Brown,
Among Us, St. Brown,
and Hawkinson. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I really don't want to see that.
Me neither.
I hope they don't make any. Like, I hope they draft nobody. Like, I hope they lose all their picks somehow. Like, it's just not fair to do that. And pay Calvin Johnson his $1 million.
Yeah.
That's crazy. What are we talking about? And this is why they suck.
Yeah.
You literally owe him the money.
Come on.
Crazy. $1 billion organization play every fucking Thanksgiving on national television and beat the Cowboys most of the time, but just can't have it. Cowboys didn't make any news, which is surprising because they're the Cowboys.
Yeah. Oh, Juju say
oh yeah, we
play that. Yeah.
I keep forgetting that this dude's a free agent, man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I really would love to bring him back. I would I'd feel much better about it. But yeah, if he leaves, then whatever at this point. Because I mean, it felt like he's been a free agent now for like forever. Because I mean, last year we went through the whole thing, and then like he tears his ACL, or not tears his ACL, but he gets hurt, in the middle, like the beginning of the season. So like he was gone, and then here we are now with him a free agent again. Like it's felt like he's been gone, which he hasn't. But you know, I really don't want to lose Juju though. I like Juju. I love Juju.
Yeah, I really don't either.
After he did that shit to Perfect, like I mean, come on, man. Like we can't.
How you just turn on him too? Like, I don't get it.
Hate to see it, man. Did you see AB at the Super Bowl?
I did. I did, yeah.
He's sitting there. Oh man.
The masterminds of the world. We just don't know it yet.
A lot of conversations happening right there. Jesus. It's crazy too because I literally Yeah, I literally like was a huge fan of both of these guys, and like I still fuck with Kanye, and I like AB the football player. So like it's kind of weird, but like, bro, if like just tweak a few little things, and that is like a GOAT interaction for me. Like holy shit, Antonio Brown, my favorite team's best wide receiver, is with like my like that would have been super cool for me, but like it was taken away by freaking Kim Kardashian.
Nonsense.
Yeah, None and Juju. And Juju getting too many fucking passes. That's literally Juju catching so many passes literally ended the Steelers. Unbelievable.
My account is not.
Bro, Kanye is a clown, bro. Oh, Giannis has 50 points on the Pacers. Love it.
Oh.
Oh, Buddy Hield at 36, though. Nice.
Yo. Huh. Simulation. Look what the Bears just... Not the Bears, the Grizzlies.
The Grizzlies. That's funny. I mean, bro, that is the most hilarious picture I've ever seen. Because, like this guy is a fucking, like, multi-billionaire at this point, like literal, like on paper billionaire, does all this shit and it's on Instagram with a fucking notepad. My account is not hacked. I am really saying this shit. So he was saying it's Kanye too. So like he was saying shit so crazy that people thought his account was hacked. Him, the guy known for like saying shit so crazy, like, oh my god, it was bad. Bro, he was tweeting like, you know the Avengers Civil War movie?
Yeah.
Like he tweeted a picture like of all, because like it was like a bunch of the superheroes like lined up. So like he was Captain America, or he was Iron Man, Pete Davidson was Captain America, and then next to her it was, or next to Pete it was Kim, and then next to Kanye it was like Drake. And then like it was like a terrible Photoshop too. Like it was a joke Photoshop. It was, he's just wild, man. It's just funny.
Kanye West.
Pete Davidson. Yo, one more thing. Pete texted him and was like, yeah, like I'm sorry all this has happened, like, you know, I respect you as parents. Like, I don't want to come in between you guys as parents. You know, I hope one day we can all be friends, blah, 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 blah. And Kanye, like, of course, screenshotted the text and put it on Instagram. And he captioned it. He was like, in all caps, too. He was like, you will never meet my kid. Like, it's just so sad. Poor Kanye. Poor kids. Poor Kim. Poor everybody. Not Pete, though. I mean, Pete's kind of chilling. Free press for him. And he gets to be with Kim. Not a bad trade. He just has to like watch out for Kanye, I guess. I think like, and this would really suck for me, but I think the funniest shit like that could happen out of this is Pete like beats up Kanye for somehow. Like it just like, I don't know, they just see each other somewhere and like Pete beats him up and like it's on camera. I think Kanye might kill himself like if that happened, but like that would be, because that would just be so funny. Like, all the shit he talked to people, because I mean, losing his wife, losing his kids, can't go to the birthday party, has to like go to Instagram to like confess the love, and gets beat up by her new boyfriend who is Pete Davidson. Tough. Like you got to kill yourself after that. I don't know. You got to shoot somebody. Like you can't. Kanye cannot afford to lose that fight. That's all I'm saying. He can't. So. Sports show.
A big sports show.
That would be a super tough L. But I mean, is that all the football?
Yeah, we're gonna wait to the end like we normally do with the final results.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's all for now.
I mean, yeah, alas, another season has come and gone. Season. Yeah, I remember Jimmy was like, the season feels so much longer than the other one because there's another game. But I mean, yeah, this was a very weird season because like
Yeah.
good teams weren't actually good besides the Packers, and then they lost in the first round, and then the Chiefs fell apart, came back, and then lost to the Bengals. Bengals were good. Like a lot of shit happened. Matt Stafford won a ring and is a champion. Brady and Benner retired. Brady retired. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, wild season come to an end, and now we talk about now we're gonna move into like the off-season stuff and get ready for the next season. I can't wait for like free agency and shit because like then we'll have a lot more to talk about. And then once, of course, we're gonna start doing draft stuff.
Mm-hmm. Very soon, actually. In fact, maybe even next week, I'd like to do a way too early mock draft. And then
way too early mock draft.
And then we'll, before, because I don't know too many prospects, so I just kind of be like, we can just all be in the same page, and then once we maybe learn.
Mel Kiper lets me know like who's good and who's not. I think the Pat McAfee show does like a little bit because I mean they actually bring on like draft people.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean once that like. I'll know a little bit more then, and also, of course, do like my own research or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, like for me, a lot of the prospects, it depends on like, especially like when I don't know a lot of them. Like if your name is cool, I'll definitely watch your highlights. Yeah. Like if your name is cool and like you got a sick jersey number, like combined with like the college jersey, like if it's all of that, if it all hits, I'll watch, and like I'll remember you. Like what's his name? Azeez Ojulari from Georgia. Like, I remember seeing him and being like, oh, this guy looks lit. And, like, I guess he's been pretty good on the Giants, but I had us picking him in one of the drafts, and I guess it was good that we didn't. But, yeah, just shit like that happened, so I'm definitely going to look into it more, find someone. Same thing happened with Rashad Bateman as well.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very nice.
Can't wait for the draft. Yeah, once again, I'll look into it. But... real quick, they're talking about the Pat McAfee show. Like, one, they did the LA shit, which is nuts that they just took it to LA. But two, like the guests that they were getting was nuts. Like, I swear to God, like I don't know the ratings, I don't know the numbers, but like it had like I guarantee you that one did better than like the ESPN shits.
Yeah.
Like it's hard because like they're like on cable and shit. Versus like having to stream on YouTube, so like ESPN gets a bunch of freebies, like just off the fact that they're on TV and they're not. But like if the people who are like looking for what they want to watch, like say there's one group that's like I want to watch like the ESPN shit, versus the other group that's like I want to watch the Pat McAfee shit. I guarantee you, there's more people like going to the Pat thing. Same thing I think with Fox. Same thing I think with like NBC or whoever. I think NBC got the Super Bowl. Like I really think like Pat, and it's because of the guests that they get. Like they're getting like fucking like Michael Irvin and different sport, but like Brock Lesnar, like he's like the biggest star, like it's fucking Brock Lesnar. They got Al Michaels, like they get weekly Ian Rappaport, who's like literally the NFL reporter. He shows up on ESPN like when there's shit to talk about, but like he's literally on Pat's show like damn near every day. Like it's crazy, like it's like an actual network. It's nuts. Yeah.
They had Aaron Rodgers Tuesday.
Aaron Rodgers is there every Tuesday.
He was the MVP twice in a row. Like, it's crazy.
ESPN can't even fucking talk to him. It's crazy. Like, it's just nuts that, like that's, like, I really think that they're going to take over the sports thing. Same thing, I guess, with, like, Barstool or whatever. But I've never really watched them. But, like, there's a bunch of other, like, sports podcasts or whatever that I watch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, traditional media is kind of dead. They got to get Skip on the whatchamacallit, on the path. But I think Skip is like one of those people like who like would ride super hard for Fox. Like he wouldn't do that because it's not on Fox. Like he'd have to get Pat on Fox. But yeah, it was just a quick little side note I had.
Pat McAfee show is mad flyer.
It is. It was also funny just seeing AJ like actually in the studio or in like, the LA thing.
That was funny.
But all right, it is NBA time now because shit is getting spooky. So, Brenden and viewers, as you may know, the trade deadline was recent, and lots of moves were made. Real quick, just to get this team out of the way, the Lakers did nothing, which isn't surprising, but like every step, like I keep thinking, like, okay, by this point, they'll turn things around. By this point, they'll turn things, and like every step, like they're just kind of not. So I think they're gonna be in the play-in thing. They might make the playoffs. It's gonna be because in the play-in, it's pretty much like the 8 through 10 seed. Like it's like 4 teams, and like they play to get in the playoffs essentially. Mm-hmm. And like normally those teams are like the bad, like not very good teams, and teams with 3 superstars or 2 and a former superstar like the Lakers. Like normally you don't get those in like the play-in. So I think like they'll be able to win those games and get into the playoffs as like a 7 or 8 seed. But then after that, it's hard for me to believe that they're going to beat anybody because they just stink and they couldn't make any moves. They're old as shit. But yeah, now for the teams that actually did make moves, there was one like super blockbuster move, and then there was another kind of low key move which actually involved my favorite team, and then a bunch of like other random things. So CJ McCollum, he was on the Blazers with Damian Lillard. I don't know if you know who that is, but he ends up getting traded to New Orleans, and it's cool for New Orleans. They're trying to make the playoffs, but Portland seems to be like blowing it up and like also like retooling at the same time. Like they're trying to win with Dame, and I really wish they wouldn't. I really wish they would just fucking trade him, or I wish Dame would request a trade because like they're not going to be able to do it. But they did, they traded CJ, they should have traded him like 2-3 years ago, but they finally did that. They went through with that, so there was that. Kristaps Porzingis. Oh fuck! I just bit my cheek.
I hate when that happens.
Kristaps Porzingis. He was traded from Dallas to Washington. It was kind of honestly a very weird trade, but he hasn't been that good. Like he's been all right this year, but he's just always hurt.
I have a question. I want to confirm something. I was Porzingis. He was the guy who was in the video.
He was on the Knicks.
He was like, they drafted who?
Yeah,
that's who he's talking about. Okay, I wasn't sure. I always thought that, but I never got confirmation.
Yeah, that was him. Yeah. That was him. I mean, he was solid. Like he's solid. Yeah. Like he's just not very like he's always missing games. So, yeah, that happened. That was a bit of a low key move. Didn't really see that coming. I think then some other like just random players like Montrezl Harrell got traded, shit like a bunch of smaller moves. But the 2 like main big moves were the Pacers. We traded Domantas Sabonis, who has like been an all-star for us for like 2 years. He's very good player, very good. We traded him to the Kings to get the player named Tyrese Halliburton, who is. Are you like thinking of a joke? No. I feel like I saw you smirk, and I was just waiting for something. But yeah, we got Tyrese Halliburton, who I think he's in his second year, and he's like 22, 23, and like already like very good, like near all-star level player. And we got him. We also got Buddy Hield, who's a great shooter. And did we get anybody else? We might have got. We also got Tristan Thompson, who's known for cheating on a Kardashian. I forget which one, but yeah, we also got him. And then the Kings, they really should it seemed like Tyrese Halliburton was like an untradeable kind of player. Like he's young and like already really good, not arguably their best player, and the Kings suck. So I don't know why they would trade him and not like De'Aaron Fox. Who's pretty good, but just not as good and older. I don't know why they did that. I really don't know the logic. But as a Pacers fan, that's sick. Like that was a great trade. I love Domantas Sabonis, and like it was a nice little 2-year run. But Tyrese Halliburton is probably one going to be better than him, and 2, he's younger. He's much younger. He's like 4 or 5 years younger, and he's a point guard, which like he is kind of hard to get. Because I mean, they do a lot for the offense. They pass, shoot, defend. Like he does everything. He was a very good player, and that was sick to get. And honestly, as a Pacers fan, keep losing this year. We get a young wing in the draft. A small forward, power forward kind of player. We're going to be picking very high. We get him. We got Halliburton, Duarte at the 1 and 2, then a young wing. The Miles Turner. We traded Sabonis too, and so since we traded Sabonis, that means we're probably going to keep Miles Turner, and I like Miles Turner, but like he's been in trade talks for a while, so I'm glad we're going to keep him too. But yeah, 6 for the Pacers. The Kings, I don't know, they kind of tweaked, but DeMontis is good. Like they definitely got the best player as of now, but like by next year, I think Halliburton will be better. So yeah, that happened, and then the trade, the big trade. Was James Harden was traded from Brooklyn.
I even heard about this one.
Yeah, from Brooklyn to Philadelphia for finally Ben Simmons who gets traded. They also this was wild to me, and I'm not like this was nuts. They also got Seth Curry, who has Curry in his last name. I'm just trying to speaking this for the people who don't really watch. You know who Steph Curry is, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
They got yeah. Seth. So, like, it's not Steph, but they got Seth.
That's
Curry.
Wild. That's like, isn't there like a Lamar Jackson on the Jets that's like a corner?
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, like it's his actual brother, and like once again, he's not that good, but like he's a pretty good shooter, which makes sense for being a Curry. Mm-hmm. And then they also got Andre Drummond, who's like a good backup center. And then they also got 2 first-round picks, which granted they're probably going to stink. But James Harden is going to be a free agent after this year. And like I don't know, I feel like Ben Simmons, he got clowned for all the shit that happened, and he hasn't played this year because of all the shit that happened. But he's like an up-and-coming star. And then you get 2 pretty good role players. Like these are players like who are going to actually play a lot of minutes, like very solid pieces. And then also getting 2 first-round picks. I feel like that was a great trade for the Nets. Great trade for the Nets, especially like if Harden didn't want to be there, which it's kind of surprising, but it's Harden. So I mean, I guess it's not very surprising, but
not Harden to believe. Sorry, I couldn't pass it up. But I did see I think Joel Embiid, he tweeted out like that picture.
Yeah, my biggest hater's funeral. Yeah. Joel Embiid he's hilarious. I mean that like just the fallout was, and I understand like why Philly kind of sold out to do this, because Embiid is like in the prime of his career fucking eating. And meanwhile his co-star is just not playing because he doesn't want to, because the fans were mean. So like I see why like he was so upset, and I see why Philly like felt like they had to go out and get Harden, but I don't know. I feel like they kind of overpaid, but we'll see what happens in the playoffs. It's honestly kind of crazy that Harden like ended up leaving Brooklyn just because of all like the talk that happened to get him there, and like all the talk that happened when they formed up about the league being dead and blah blah blah. In total, they played like 20 something games together. Harden, Kyrie, and KD. Because like injury and then the COVID shit with Kyrie, like they just weren't really able to play and be consistent. And now the most quote unquote talented big 3 ever assembled is no more. Now there's new big 3 with Ben Simmons, half of Kyrie, and KD. Kyrie can't play home games yet. Yeah. But overall, I mean, that move like was nuts. Sorry, that move was like just like the level of talent that got traded for was nuts. Like I don't think I've seen that before. Like at a deadline, like with Harden, who's I would say a top, at worst, I would say top like 12, maybe 13, 14, 15. Like maybe it's somewhere in that range. Top 12 player. Ben Simmons is like top 25. Like just a move like that in the middle of the season for 2 teams who are like both trying to compete for a title in the same conference, in the same division. Like it was a wild move, not expected. But I mean, that's just basketball, baby. Yeah, the playoffs are coming soon. We're kind of nearing the end of the year. My picks, I think I said this a couple weeks ago, but I think either the Suns, Warriors in the West, and then Bucks and wow, this kind of changes things now with the trade. I'm gonna say Bucks and Nets. I'm taking the Nets over Philly because Philly, I don't know, there's just always something like wrong with them. Like, and especially now that they have Harden, who's not the greatest in the playoffs, like he's gonna have to play really well. Embiid's gonna have to stay healthy and play really well. So I'm gonna say Suns, Warriors, Bucks, Nets, and then out of those games, I would say it's really hard for me to not take the Warriors. But I'm gonna say the Suns because I think the Suns are just the overall better team. Actually, no, fuck that. Warriors got Clay back and he's killing. I'm taking the Warriors in the finals, and I'm gonna say the Bucks get back too. I'm gonna say Warriors Bucks finals, and no, I don't know who wins that. I'm not giving an answer, but that is my prediction: Warriors Bucks finals. I really, if you look at the standings, you can tell I'm standing on the edge with that one.
Are they both the first seeds, right?
Like that, yeah.
I mean, it was actually kind of wild this year for the NFL, wasn't it? Bengals were like 4 seed.
Oh yeah, they were like a wild.
I think the Rams are 4 seed as well. I think it was 4-4.
But it was. I mean, I think the Rams one was kind of like a Mickey Mouse 4 seed though.
Yeah.
Because obviously how good they were. The Bengals, that was unexpected.
Mm-hmm.
But normally the NBA isn't really unless injury happens or the bubble happens. Like teams don't normally go on like insane runs like that. Maybe like one team will get upset, but after that they'll lose.
But yeah, I promise one day I will be into basketball and I will add the conversations and not just make jokes.
You see, Sidney Crosby got his 500th goal.
I see the Penguins just finished like a crazy comeback against the Flyers.
Really?
Apparently, yeah, they just 5-4. I will be bad at hockey too.
Is the mascot for Philly? Is it like a piece of paper? Because it's stuff.
Gritty.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of hit with my my song predictions.
Mm-hmm.
I got Snoop Dogg's. Like I think every song. I didn't expect Kendrick to do. I guess because he only did Mad City and then he did All Right. He should have got more time.
Yeah.
And then Mary J. Blige's shit was lit too. Like she did really good.
50 Cent coming in. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't know he was gonna perform.
Yeah, and he was hanging upside down. Yeah. If Avengers Endgame was a halftime show,
that shit was sick.
That was probably one of my favorites in recent history.
Need to do it again. Need to bring in more people.
Well,
This would never happen, Brenden, because these owners would never. But if they got like Future for the halftime show, that shit would be so fire. Yeah. Especially if depending on the teams who were there and like where the Super Bowl was, bro, that shit would be nuts. Like if they were in like Atlanta and like they brought out Future for the halftime show, I guarantee you wouldn't even be able to see grass on the field. Like it would be nuts. That shit would be so lit. They got him and Drake. But I think because Jimmy was saying it, and I saw something about you have to pay to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And for a lot of the rappers, at least, they're not in the position to try to do that. It would be great for promotion and shit, but it probably is a hefty bill. Drake could do it though easily. Drake. But yeah, I think because that was the trade deadline shit. I think we're at the part where we talk about the game or the predictions, then final standings, the last one.
Yeah.
Safety.
All right.
Did someone redeem random dancing?
Alright, I upside down paper here.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna talk my shit now. Good shit, webcam.
Oh yeah.
Oh, if I tweak out now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that would be good.
Right. Oops. The final standings of the playoffs. I'm not gonna do an intro because I think I'm gonna do an edit thing. I'm gonna edit some of the first discussion of what we did the Super Bowl and then edit this together. So I'm gonna have that. So we don't need an intro. But the Super Bowl winner, the LA Rams, over the Bengals. The only people who didn't take the Rams were Jimmy and Madden. So they went 0-1, and everyone else, me, Steven, Isaiah, and the Bull, all went 0-1 and 0. So that makes the final standings for the Team Ascent Sports Playoffs. We have Isaiah taking first place, going a total of really good 11-2 in total. Very nice.
The 49ers game and
Packers.
Did I take?
Probably.
Yeah, that was the 49ers.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, it was both of them. Because I had them beating. I had the Cowboys beating them.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the fucking literally the 49ers.
49ers. Yeah.
What's even funnier is I didn't do that good in like any other bracket, so I don't know why that one was good.
But you swept this year. You got first and.
I did. I mean, that's a chip, right?
Yeah.
Like I won the Super Bowl. Nice.
Nice.
Would like for the guarantee to do better, but
next year.
Also, by the way, just so you guys know it's real, I guaranteed the Chiefs or the Bengals to beat the Chiefs, right? But then I didn't guarantee them to beat the Rams, and look what happened. See?
Yeah.
You know, just saying. Next year we're coming out hot. We're going undefeated with that. I swear. I'm gonna pick smarter, pick harder, and do more analysis.
In second place was Jimmy. One last ditch effort to tie it, but didn't get it. He went 9-4. Then in third place, looks like it's Madden. It went 7-6, and then a 3-way tie for fourth, fifth, and sixth. We have me, Steven, and the Bull, who went 6-7. So not a good playoff for me, Steven, and the Bull just had a terrible year overall. What really messed with me is not having faith in the Bengals, of course, and me dicking around and taking the Steelers against the Chiefs.
That was mad fun.
I didn't think it was impossible because I thought like maybe we can like rally, but like some things you don't count with stats, but it didn't.
You know what's mad funny?
What's
that was literally the only other pick that any of us had that was different than like the actual like playoff video that we did.
Oh yeah,
like, where we did our own. So we pretty much had to do it. We had to do a whole other video just so you could fucking, because you were like yeah, we're gonna, like when we actually pick the games, when we're trying, of course I'm not gonna pick this.
Well, that is gonna wrap the 2021-2022 NFL season for Ascent Sports. Thank you for tuning out if you did. We'll see you next year for predictions, but we got some more videos coming, stuff on the Ascent Sports Show as well. I think we're still going with this. Next week, as early as next week, I should say, we are going to... What's up? Timeout?
I have a video idea. Or not idea, it's something we've already done, but I feel like it should be done like sooner rather than later, is like ranking at least the quarterbacks, wide receivers, and running backs, like based on like this year. Like I mean, I know they have like the the awards for that, so like we know Aaron Rodgers most likely is like at 1, but for like 2 through 31, I feel like we might have some varying opinions.
Yeah.
So like pretty much based on like this season and I guess. I don't know, because we can do one like based on this season and then like maybe a different one like projecting, I guess. Because I mean we won't know who's gonna do what until like free agency. So
yeah.
But I don't know, some kind of ranking earlier on, just since like the season just ended.
Yeah,
cool.
We will do something like that, and then even as early as next week, we're going to look back on our preseason prediction, as long as I can't talk. Along with Colin Cowherds and Adam Ranks, and like we did last year, we'll see how we did. And then, of course, mock draft stuff. Want to do a way too early mock draft this year. And then we'll do the mock drafts we did last year as well. Maybe some free agent videos and, off-season stuff as well. Hopefully a lot of stuff and maybe other sports. We'll see what Ascent Sports has to offer. But as far as predictions go for the NFL, we'll be back in late July, early August for preseason predictions and playoffs, and then we'll get back to the week by weeks up until that next Super Bowl. But
we should count points for like the offseason. Like, say we can somehow narrow down like the top 10, 15 free agents. We should like predict where they're going and then do points for that. So like if I say Juju goes to the Rams and he goes to the Rams, like, a point.
Yeah, we could do that.
Just to incentivize that.
Lots of, we still, of course, we're gonna discuss some more and we'll see what we can get, but Ascent Sports shall not die, it shall only prosper. We'll see. But for now though, thank you guys so much for watching. Like or dislike, subscribe or don't subscribe, you know it's always up to you. And we'll see you guys in the next video you watch of us. Goodbye.
Nice. That one, I mean, how long will that one be? Not like I'm just like the prediction video. I mean,
probably not too long. Probably maybe like 10 minutes. Maybe a little less. Well, so it depends how much I add from like the show footage of us discussing the Super Bowl.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, Brenden. If the Steelers didn't try this year, if we didn't start sneaking out wins after we started 1-3, this Follow the Steelers video would be at least be at 10K. I swear to God it would be, because it was in the algorithm putting in work for a minute. Like, because we were still getting comments on it for like 2 weeks, like even weeks after when we got wins, and people were like, "Oh yeah, where's your fucking where's your Rise of the Steelers video? Where is it?" Love outro. I don't know.
What are you saying?
I was just gonna kind of recap the show real quick.
Okay. Go for it. I was just gonna pretend I didn't say anything.
It's the off season, but I mean, there was the Super Bowl. There was the Pro Bowl. The Pro Bowl was hilarious. Then the trade deadline stuff, I gave as much of like prediction I could. Kyler Murray. That's probably the Kyler Murray thing. It probably isn't even real. Like, this is stupid. He unfollowed you, and you're gonna like, come on. Like, what are we talking about right now?
That stuff is kind of annoying. Yeah. I'm following. I'm so sick of hearing that. Like, get over that. Like, I don't got this new generation. Like, no, stop it. That's so weird and petty, and like, how people even find out about that?
Yeah, people. I have no idea how people find out about that shit. So yeah, I don't think that's real. We talked a lot about like the Steelers, what they're gonna do with the quarterbacks. Yeah, so that's it. That's the show. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Brenden.
Be sure to check out next week. We'll have some good stuff next time. Hopefully we'll be joined by Steven and Jimmy. We are a bunch of busy people, and it is kind of hard. Harder than it should be to get together, but like, we try. So hopefully you guys are sticking with us, and hopefully, we'll get some more people by the time next season goes around. Viewers, not it's just gonna be S4, but
I mean, they actually are busy, so that's just we'll try to find a better day.
Yeah, maybe we'll see. Stuff happens, but
and it's none of your business, audience. Just freaking listen.
All 6 of you.
Yeah. Just enjoy it. We're trying.
Is there anything you guys want to see? If there's anyone at this point, let us know if you want to see something specific. We'll try our best to do it. But yeah, we did talk about a little bit what we could do in the future. Yeah, maybe some like shorter shows from going on here because there's no predictions, but we'll still try to do one like weekly. Maybe we'll skip once in a while if there's nothing that we want to do or nothing that we can't do. But we have a lot of ideas, and there's still like news 24/7 of all kinds of sports coming out. So we got stuff. So
yeah, you know it's crazy. We claim to be like a sports show, and like we didn't say shit about the Olympics. Like that, bro. The Olympics are going on. I have not seen.
Oh yeah,
and I follow like a bunch of Twitter, like sports pages too. Like, yeah, they're not promoting this shit. I don't know. Political. I don't know what the reason is, but like I have not heard shit about the Olympics. So, I just thought of this funny, and I think it'll be over by the next episode we record. So like this is it. I hope everyone who was supposed to do well did well.
Yeah.
Snowboards. Skis. Alright, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you for watching. Like or dislike, subscribe, don't subscribe. You always, I already said it for the other video, but like it's kind of weird and redundant. Goodbye!
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want, so I'll take it on. I've made mistakes, but mistakes make you strong. Let's break it down for a minute. I want the crown, I'm gon' get it. You hear me loud, man, I'm winning. Yeah, Charlie Sheen will be grinning.